What's the name of the album?
The name of the album is T.I. versus T.I.P.
Yeah. And for the people who don't know, it's a conceptual record, and they're gonna see both sides of you, both sides of a person in here, and it's like some of the most real things that you say on this record, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, I try to stay honest. You know what I'm saying? Really, I ain't got to try, man. Like, I don't have no choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, it won't even come out my mouth if it ain't true. Like, if it ain't something that I'm really living, a way that I really feel, something I'm really going through, I won't even allow myself to say it. You know, it's like as I'm putting it together, I never say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't even register if it ain't authentic.
Yeah. A lot of artists, man, over the past, I would say decade, you know, coming out of the 90s into where we are now, have shied away from a very conceptual standpoint in their music. Like, a lot of albums, of course, have themes throughout, but the concepts, people have, I don't know if they've been scared of it or they, for one reason or another, we don't see too many conceptual records. What made you go in this direction?
It's my life. I mean, it just so happens, my life just so happens to make up this conceptual album, you know what I'm saying? But this is my life. This is the struggle that I had to go through to bring myself to be able to release another album. After all the stuff I went through, you know, following the success of King, you know what I'm saying? It took a lot to even muster up the energy or the efforts or even to care enough about the world outside of my circle to even do another album. And, you know, in the process of mustering up that energy and getting that will to win back, you know, these are the things that I went through. And all I did was take notes and record it along the way, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, if like for instance, Kanye, right? When he had his accident, had to wire his mouth up. On his road to recovery, he recorded a song. It was called Through the Wire. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like a real well thought out, you know, intricate idea, conceptual idea about a song, but he really just he just was living in life and pressing record. So that's what this CD is.
Yeah. For the album you did you do the whole like 60, 70 songs again?
Yeah.
And then cut it down?
Yeah.
When you listen to each of your albums, they're all different, but they all have like a common thread, you know, which is T.I. and his struggles and things of that nature. But I know some people who like Urban Legend, you know, they love that.
Yeah.
For, you know, and you went like real hard with the singles on that.
Yeah.
And then when you came with King, the singles were a little bit more, they crossed over. Yeah. I would say more or less. Yeah. So do you ever have that conflict when people
Absolutely.
like, yo, we want more trap music or?
From both sides, though. Okay. You know what I'm saying? From both sides. Like you got cats who, like my partner Cap. My partner Cap been calling me, like, you know, my homeboy, he doing life. He actually appealing right now. We gonna get him out in a minute. But he called me like, man, Top Back, that's my favorite record, man. And this right around What You Know About That time. And when you gonna drop that Top Back? I'm like, man, I'm finna go shoot a video for Why You Want It. For what? What you mean? What about Top Back? I was like, man, later. Then after that, Live in the Sky. Man, yeah, I like Live in the Sky, cool, but when you gonna do Top Back? You know, but whereas when I do songs like Top Back, then, you know, we got the my corporate sponsors over at the WMG. Like, well, you know, we need, you know, Why You Want It did so well in Paris, and you know what I'm saying? And they love it over there in London, and you know what I'm saying? And so I kind of I got two different markets to satisfy. And this is kind of why I did it like this, T.I. and T.I.P. So for the people who only want to hear top backs and you don't know me's, we got the T.I.P. side. We got 6 songs for you. That's all you gonna hear, homie. Mm-hmm. And then for the people who only want to hear the Why You Want Us and the My Love, 5, 6 songs for you, homie. Knock yourself out. For the people who need a little bit of both, we got a section on the album where you can get both. You know, so that way can't nobody be mad at me. You know what I'm saying? I got to satisfy all of my fans, like, because that's how important it is to me.
The last time we did an in-studio interview was Urban Legend was getting ready to come out.
Yeah.
That was a few years ago, and as the people at home will see, you know, the game is elevated. We're actually in your own studio right now, man. You're not in nobody else's. Tell me about putting this studio together.
Well, I mean, you know, it's definitely a dream of all of ours, man, to be able to have our own facility, to not only record in, but to mix in, and, you know, even to allow other artists to record in, you know what I'm saying, to create opportunities for other people. We also have pre-production where, you know, people like KO and Black and Tone from Black Mob and Lil C and even myself and Smash Factory, you know, we put together tracks, Nard and B now. You know what I'm saying? We got tons of folks in here just working, you know what I'm saying, trying to contribute.
Yeah. T.I. versus T.I.P. is, I think it's probably the most anticipated hip-hop album coming out this year, man. You and Dr. Dre.
Hey, man, thanks. I appreciate that.
The two most. Now, with your other albums, it definitely was that anticipation, but every year, as your star power gets larger and your status grows, that anticipation grows. Now you have not only the trap, you got the pop audience looking at you. You got the, you know, all across the board. T.I. is a worldwide name now.
I mean, you know.
Hey, I seen you in Milan, man.
I've been there before. You know what I'm saying? I've been there before. Milan, beautiful. So is Paris and Munich and, you know, everywhere I've been, man. I love to travel, you know what I'm saying? It's a great honor to me. It's a great honor to me to be able to, you know, travel abroad and still slap hands and sign autographs and take pictures, but to be able to come back home and sit down all day on Bankhead and do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And it definitely, I think it shows a lot of growth. It helps my growth period. You know what I'm saying? As a man and as a person, it helps me to get from point A to point B. You know what I'm saying? Like, it keep my mind off of the nonsense. You know, they say idle mind's a devil workshop. So if I stay busy and keep moving, then, you know, I can stay focused.
Last year, the King LP was the #1 selling hip-hop album of the year.
Yeah.
I remember when it was times with a T.I. album will only sell 200,000 or 500,000 was a major accomplishment, but now the #1 rap selling album of the year, man. How is that feeling?
Phenomenal. You know, like a lot of hard work paying off, you know. We've been working hard forever, you know. Whether it's on my project, whether it's on a PSC project, whether it's on a DJ Drama Gangsta Grills mixtape, whether it's on Young Dro project, now Big Country, and Young Dro's official, DJ Drama's official albums coming out now. We've been working hard forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, we be busting our ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done had so many sleepless nights going from the set of ATL to the studio, back to the set of ATL, to the plane to do a show, back to the crib, to the studio, you know what I'm saying, in and out of meetings, to a photo shoot, to an interview with you, to, you know what I'm saying, we've been doing that forever. And now this is just it's just a small token, you know what I'm saying? It's just a slight token just to show us that what we've been working for.